my son, I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many.
Hello everybody, it's the coach. This is...
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, we see Phillip Rivers come out here, but it's starting to sound more and more like he will not be the Chargers starting quarterback when they open their new stadium later this fall. Reports starting to surface that L.A. has moved on. In fact, Rivers and his family, they recently moved away from their home in San Diego, Charles.
Yeah, they moved nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
He's airing it out for Williams. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Speaking of Damian Williams, great Super Bowl, 17 carries over 100 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Charles, he also had one through the air. Did you think he would have that type of a game?
I wasn't sure that we would see that type of a game, but I knew he would be a part of their offense in terms of trying to break down what San Francisco does, that he would get the bulk of carries. But did I see 104 yards on the ground and a touchdown? Probably not. Did I see him catching one as well, 133 yards total offense? Probably not. But give him his due, because now, in his postseason career, which is 6 games, 5 of them with Kansas City, 1 with Miami.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes.
Well, never takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man. I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Tyrann Mathieu has a cornerback's build with safety skills. The Honey Badger knows where the football is.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Rivers now. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he'll go down at the 28.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is complete. It's Allen. And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
180. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, keep it up.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Rivers. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Let's dive a little deeper into Kansas City's Super Bowl title as their offense comes back out here, CD. First title in 50 years, last one the 1969 season. And, of course, a lot of talk about it being Andy Reid's first title. Well-deserved for him.
And how about the way that this team wins games on offense? So much motion, so much variety. You know, anyone can touch the football and make a big play. It actually is a nod to the team that won the Super Bowl after the 69 season. There was a lot of that in that offense. And who could ever forget then head coach Hank Scram on the sidelines. 65, toss power trap. This could break, boys. This could break. And there's a touchdown. And in this game, you're going to hear a play called Wasp. And that was the big throw on 3rd and 15 from Patrick Mahomes to Tyreek Hill. And that helped break things open for Kansas City.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 33 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Just a 4-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. As the Chargers come back out here offensively, you think about what happened this past season, and look, the only word to describe it really disappointing. This was a team that finished 12-4 last year, won a wild card game, expected to be contenders in the AFC West, if not the AFC period. But they start 2-5, Charles, and 5-11 all told. That really threw cold water on any ambitions they may have had.
And how many times does it feel like we've seen the Chargers start 2-5? But have a big finish and are contenders for a playoff spot, if not getting into them. So to me, the big story was they didn't close like they normally do. The 2-5 start actually led the way to a true 5-11 season. Very unusual for them. And now let's move it forward. Going into a new stadium next year. Have to sell tickets. Will Phillip Rivers still be their quarterback? That's the biggest question coming out of Charger land. They have committed to Anthony Lynn as their head coach. But will they have a new guy on the field calling plays next year? And right now, there's a certain free agent back in New England that people are talking about possibly migrating south.
That's what's interesting. What's been stable in the league is a few of these quarterbacks at spots, like Breeze down in New Orleans, Brady in New England, and Rivers with the Chargers. That could all be shaken up a little bit.
It certainly can, and let me correct my geography, migrating west, because when I say South, the people in Tennessee get excited about number 12 possibly headed their way.
These two teams all tied after one. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Melvin Ingram picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Mahomes, that's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On second and 12, Mahomes.
Ultimately, that did not work out for the offense, but they have to feel pretty good about the play overall. They were so close to having that thing pop for the yardage they needed, but instead, they actually lost yardage on that one. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception, but not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Flush to his right. It's Kelsey on the ground. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. Well, switching gears, CD, I got to tell you, it's always sad now that football's over. We've got a long wait until Thursday, September 10th.
It's okay.
I know, but okay. September 10th.
Misty there.
That's when the 101st season starts. We just finished off season 100. I don't know. What are we going to do till then?
No, I'm going to rest and relax a little bit, and so are you. But you're exactly right. It won't take us long to start to say, okay, when does camp start? How about OTAs, mini camps? We'll follow the draft. We'll do all the football things. But there'll be nothing like Thursday, September 10th, 2020. And they'll likely be in Arrowhead, right? They'll likely be there for Kansas City. I know it's not a given. But after winning the Super Bowl, after a 50-year wait with that organization and that franchise and family, oh, that game's going to be there that Thursday night.
Yeah, well, in the meantime, we do have some work to do because they're still picking up the controllers out there in Madden Land, I hope.
Yeah, certainly you have to. And why wouldn't you? Because you go ahead and play now, and you figure out who's going to be in the Super Bowl in Tampa next year, and I know you're going to let us know.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Rivers on the money to Benjamin, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Rivers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second and 9, Rivers. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he gets it down to the 32.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Rivers on the money, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. 180. 390.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Rivers now finding Mike Williams, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Throwing Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Rivers. He's got Allen. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but it'll be second and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. To the air again here, Rivers. That is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it to...
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Chris Jones in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Badgley's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Mahomes now to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And it's caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
Easy.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
He's not going to get me. Wait, 85.
To throw is Rivers. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a third and goal. So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd. That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass for the Chargers. They're able to widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Now Mahomes.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football. Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. He's got it to Williams. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's got it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Rivers, and caught by Henry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger 1st. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the 30 on second down, Rivers able to get this to Gordon. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 4 yards out. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's Mahomes to throw. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now Mahomes going to get this one to Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. But correct me if I'm wrong. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Dancing to his left. It's complete to Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Rivers. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run it here with Gordon. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On the counter, here's Gordon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Hill on the return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 24-21, 26 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Attack! 58, boy, 58, Mike. Are you alpha? 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got you.
To throw is Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
58. Nice 7, let's go. Time to go right now. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. I know you ain't got it. 58, boys, 58. 50, yellow.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
I don't need to. Hey, 43, 15. Let's go. 58, come on. Scene 6. Watch the screen. 58. Hey, 57. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Mahomes to throw. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen?